An anonymous caller claims they know where Nancy Guthrie is buried. Within hours, search teams rush toward a remote area near the U.S. Mexico border. The location is specific. The tip sounds urgent. And for the first time in months, investigators may finally have a lead that could answer the question haunting Nancy Guthrie's family. What happened to her? But what searchers found, or rather, what they didn't find, has only deepened the mystery. Because more than 4 months after Nancy vanished without a trace, this case may be entering its most critical chapter yet. Tonight, we're examining the anonymous tip, the search near the border, the mysterious masked man, and why investigators still believe the truth is out there waiting to be discovered. This is the latest development in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. And it begins with a phone call. February 1st, an ordinary night in Tucson, Arizona. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie returns home. Hours later, she is gone.
No explanation.
No confirmed suspect.
No answers.
Only questions. And those questions have haunted investigators ever since. Over the months, authorities have followed countless leads. They've examined surveillance footage, analyzed forensic evidence, reviewed digital data, and searched for the person responsible. Yet Nancy remains missing. Then suddenly, a new lead emerged from an unexpected place. According to reports, a volunteer search organization in Mexico known as Buscando Corazones received an anonymous tip. The caller claimed Nancy's remains could be found near Nogales, just south of the Arizona border. The information was specific enough to get immediate attention. And in cases like this, even the smallest lead can become significant, especially when every previous lead has ended in frustration. Without hesitation, volunteers organized a search, because if the caller was telling the truth, this could be the breakthrough everyone has been waiting for. The search focused on an area near the Mariposa port of entry, a rugged landscape where the desert stretches toward the border, a place where secrets can remain hidden for years. Search teams carefully examined the terrain, looking for anything unusual, fresh disturbances, burn marks, changes in vegetation, signs of clandestine graves, the kind of evidence experienced searchers know to watch for. Every patch of soil became important. Every depression in the ground became a possibility, because somewhere in that landscape could be the answer to one of Arizona's most disturbing mysteries. But then came another setback. Nothing. No remains.
No clothing.
No evidence connected to Nancy. At least not yet. The tip had produced a location, but not the answers everyone desperately wanted. For many cases, that might have been the end, but not this one, because searchers aren't giving up. The anonymous caller reportedly provided information pointing toward additional nearby areas, including another stream and surrounding terrain that investigators believe could still be important. And that means the search continues. Hope remains alive. And where hope exists, investigators keep digging. Meanwhile, back in Arizona, Nancy's family continues to endure the unimaginable. Her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, has spoken publicly about the emotional toll this case has taken. The uncertainty, the waiting, the daily heartbreak. According to Savannah, there isn't a day that passes without tears, because not knowing can sometimes be more painful than knowing. Every phone call becomes a possibility. Every lead becomes a source of hope. And every dead end becomes another heartbreak. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of this case remains the surveillance footage investigators revealed months ago. The mysterious masked man, a figure seen near Nancy's home on the night she disappeared. A figure who has never been publicly identified. Who was he? Why was he there? And does he hold the key to understanding what happened to Nancy? Those questions continue to haunt investigators, because despite months of work, the mystery surrounding that figure remains unsolved. And now, with anonymous tips emerging hundreds of miles away near the border, some investigators may be wondering whether the answers lie far beyond Tucson. Could Nancy have been transported? Could someone know more than they've revealed? Or is the anonymous caller simply repeating rumors that have already spread through the community? At this point, nobody knows. But what we do know is this. Someone felt strongly enough to make that call. Someone wanted searchers to look in that location. And until investigators determine why, the tip cannot simply be ignored. Because history has shown that major breakthroughs often begin with a single piece of information. One phone call, one witness, one overlooked detail, and sometimes the smallest clue becomes the one that changes everything. Today, the search continues. The investigation remains active, and authorities continue to follow every lead, no matter how unlikely it may seem. Because somewhere out there, the truth about Nancy Guthrie still exists. Whether it's hidden in surveillance footage, buried in forensic evidence, or waiting to be uncovered near a remote stretch of desert along the border, the answers are still out there. The question is, who knows where they are? And how much longer can they keep that secret hidden? If you're following the Nancy Guthrie case, let me know your thoughts below. Do you think the anonymous tip is credible? Or is investigators' time being wasted by false information? Stay tuned for more updates as this mystery continues to unfold. Because in cases like this, one discovery can change everything.